Have you ever wondered what could happen if you placed a single clove under your tongue for just 5 minutes? It sounds simple, almost too simple, but cloves contain powerful natural compounds that have been studied for their effects on the mouth, digestion, and overall health. Before you try it, there is one important thing to understand: a clove is not a miracle treatment, and keeping one under your tongue does not magically detox your body or cure disease. But it does expose your mouth to compounds naturally found in cloves, especially eugenol, the aromatic substance responsible for much of their distinctive smell and taste. So what actually happens during those 5 minutes? At first, you may notice a strong, warm, slightly spicy sensation. Cloves contain eugenol, which can produce a mild numbing sensation in the mouth. This is one reason clove oil and clove-based preparations have traditionally been used for temporary tooth and gum discomfort. As the clove becomes moist from your saliva, its flavor and aromatic compounds are gradually released. You may experience a tingling or warming feeling on your tongue and gums. For some people, the sensation can become quite intense because cloves are highly concentrated in flavor. There is also an interesting connection between cloves and oral hygiene. Clove compounds have demonstrated antimicrobial activity in laboratory studies, which is one reason cloves have a long history in traditional oral care practices. However, that does not mean placing a whole clove under your tongue can replace brushing, flossing, or professional dental care. After several minutes, you may notice that your mouth feels fresher because of the strong aromatic oils released by the clove. Your saliva production may also increase as your mouth responds to the intense flavor. But here is where many online claims go too far. You may hear that holding a clove under your tongue for 5 minutes can dramatically improve circulation, balance blood sugar, burn fat, remove toxins, or treat serious diseases. There is not strong clinical evidence that this simple practice produces those effects. What we do know is that cloves contain several bioactive compounds, including eugenol and antioxidants. Research has investigated cloves for antioxidant, antimicrobial, and anti-inflammatory properties. But promising laboratory findings are not the same as proving that a specific home remedy treats a medical condition. If you want to use cloves occasionally, the simplest approach is to use a small amount and pay attention to how your mouth reacts. Do not chew large quantities or use concentrated clove oil directly on your mouth, because concentrated products can irritate or damage oral tissues. And there is another important point: if you have persistent tooth pain, bleeding gums, swelling, mouth sores, or bad breath that does not go away, do not try to cover the problem with cloves. Those symptoms can have an underlying cause that needs proper dental evaluation. So, after 5 minutes, what really happens? Your saliva moistens the clove, its aromatic compounds are released, your mouth experiences a strong warming or tingling sensation, and you may notice temporary freshness or mild numbing. That's the realistic effect, not a miraculous transformation, but an interesting example of how a small spice can interact with your mouth. And perhaps the most fascinating thing about cloves is that their traditional uses are being explored scientifically, while many exaggerated internet claims still go far beyond the evidence. If you found this information useful, subscribe for more simple, science-based explanations of everyday foods, spices, and health habits. And remember, natural does not automatically mean harmless, and simple does not automatically mean powerful.